Last time on our Metal Gear year.
Now, make me feel alive again.
Gray Fox has fucking issues. It's supposed to be happening, right?
Oh, you gotta
That is fucked up. If you can't do it this time, you're out of the club.
That's it. Now I remember.
You're going down, Fox.
Congratulations.
I know. Sorry, everyone.
You did good.
But this time I still have 3 rations, so I just really fucked up this time.
So you basically just really killed it this time.
Right.
You were killed in Zanzibar.
See, he recognizes him. And his weird S&M issues. So this is directly from Akira. Like that waviness and the blur.
Right.
And the way he screams. Because that's what happens to Tetsuo when he's... and remember, his guts fall out and he's trying to put them back into his stomach.
Yeah. Also, that light... The way that the light...
Oh, it's like the light trails in the bike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, Akira is one of my favorite movies of all time. So, like, this scene really... you can tell that it's like it's an homage. It's not ripping it off. And I really like that connected with me. And so that was like my appeal to him. It's like this guy understands movies and he loves them in the same way that I do.
Right.
What I was trying to get you to do, but Gray Fox wasn't letting you do it because he kept talking to you, is that if you knock on the closet that Otacon is in, he'll whimper and cry.
Gray Fox. No doubt.
Like the music will drop out so you can hear
Fucking
him.
pussy.
Yeah.
People should know he died in Zanzibar.
No. He should have died, but he didn't.
What do you care?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff.
Yeah, Naomi.
Yeah,
Why
you
do
seem
care?
strangely invested in
Huh?
this.
It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge.
Yeah,
Dr. Clark. Yeah.
Yes, he started the gene therapy project.
Fucking
He's
Dr.
what?
Clark.
He was killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
So what about this soldier?
They never actually say who was responsible for that explosion, but I guess you're left to connect the dots.
Was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
So Dr. Clark he's in Metal Gear 2.
He was already dead.
Yes,
Really?
but they revived him.
Well, that's what I'm
Fitted
told.
him with a prototype
It gets confusing because there's like 4 or 5 doctors or professors in the MSX games.
Yeah.
And I know that one of the doctors in there is the doctor that is reviving you in the Fan of Pain. Or it looks like the facial capture looks exactly like the
Yeah,
the
it
codec
absolutely
screen.
does.
About this sooner.
If it's not, I would be extremely surprised.
Yeah.
Is that the only reason?
Man, what's wrong with us? We can't get our doctors in order. Like the 6 doctors that come in out of the ancillary doctor characters.
The record says he died in the explosion.
From what I'm told,
But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is...
I read that this was misgendered.
What I could tell,
Really?
he didn't know.
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
Mindless robot.
I don't. I'm just gonna be like.
Just
sorry,
roll
it's
with
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Just roll with it.
Absolutely, you guys are correct.
Man, this fucking Gray Fox. You're supposed to know already that, like, Gray Fox, they say in the last game, Solid Snake, that he was like
Rather not.
he was captured several times. He was captured in Africa. He was captured in Vietnam. He was like, his platoon was slaughtered, and he was captured and had his ears and his nose chopped off. And then he was captured by Outer Heaven and tortured, imprisoned, and then Snake saves him. And then
No, I'm not.
he fights Snake in Outer Heaven again, in Zanzibar Land, I'm sorry. And then he gets blown up by a bunch of grenades. So he has like the most brutal backstory.
Oh, man.
He's getting fucked up over and over again. Ha ha ha.
Checking him out.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why he's like sassily, like put hands on his head.
Engineer.
You know me?
I heard about you from Meryl.
Hal Emmerich. So his name, Hal, is a reference to obviously one of
Something that I've got to do first.
Kojima's favorite movies, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Hal is the Hal 9000. But Emmerich is named after Roland Emmerich, which is the guy who directed Independence Day, which Kojima has also said is one of his favorite movies.
I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to...
God, what a fucking wuss. He twisted his ankle trying to get away.
I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
Huh?
Metal Gear.
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
It's a mobile TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Liar. I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
Snake getting tense.
What are you talking about?
It's his feet
While
off the
saying
ground.
mobile, it's really
Could you
hard
say?
to do.
Could you say that he swept Otacon off his feet?
Aw.
This is the beginning of a bromance, guys. This is what you call it. Seiya is beat cute.
Missile module?
He's like, yeah.
Look how old Otacon looks here, just because of his gray hair.
Yeah.
And like the poor detail on his face.
It's actually-
he looks like he's like in his 50s.
It's really unclear how old he's supposed to. I'm sure it says in the manual, but just playing the game, it's really unclear how old he's supposed to be because he looks older.
He looks
he's
super old.
He's like he's a computer genius, and he's he works for private companies designing weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's like really into anime, and he
Yeah.
sounds really immature. So it's just a really weird
The
character.
president personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
Did you guys actually like Otacon in this game, or was it Metal Gear 2 that you actually have like a fondness for him when he comes back? You're like, oh, it's that guy.
I always liked Otacon.
Really?
Yeah.
I was kind of nerdy, but I was always sympathetic toward him. Like,
Yeah.
I like
too.
this guy.
Well, he kind of like comes into his own towards the end of this game.
I mean, he has moments in this game where you're just like, I don't know about that, but like,
Yeah.
he's always kind of there for you. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Otacon, he's always there for you.
always there.
Scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it in a joint venture between Arms Tech.
This is just the same fucking footage, guys. Come on,
Yeah,
come on,
come
get
on.
your shit together.
Yeah, that railgun.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear
Rail
missiles.
gun.
You sure you're not forgetting something?
Oh my god, like gritting his teeth
Yeah.
as he talks.
8 missiles, but are you saying it was originally meant to carry nuclear missiles?
God, have you played any of these games? Fuck, I'm legendary.
Legendary Snake.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
my
this.
God.
I love this pose.
My favorite.
Yeah, he should really be smoking a cigarette, but have like a long cigarette holder.
This is like the classiest he's ever been.
Yeah,
He's
just
like
like-
so perched.
yeah.
Perfect posture, legs crossed. Tell me about this Metal Gear.
Metal Gear's co-developer.
Here we go again with all the documentary footage and stuff.
working on a new type
I mean, you don't get this in video games.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't think of any other. I mean, like after this, sure.
nuclear fusion testing.
At the time,
I can't say that I really lasted through this as a kid. I probably skipped
yeah.
it. I mean, I was too young. I didn't care.
All this was like blah 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 blah.
Yeah. And I didn't know what the fuck.
But
they were
later,
talking
learning about like Hiroshima and Nagasaki,
oh yeah.
These are some of the supercomputers.
and then knowing that this was made by a Japanese developer, and then you see all like I don't know, it
Yeah.
finally clicked into place when I was a little older.
Well,
A little more, I guess, cognizant of history.
Again, not to bring it back to Akira. If you watch Akira as a kid and you just take it like, oh, there's a bunch of weird science fiction anime stuff going on, you don't. Really you blew it up, you maniacs. You don't really take into account what's really going on in that movie because for a Japanese audience, it's completely different because it's really about like living after nuclear Armageddon and like reality of like fallout and having a city destroyed.
Yeah, like this sort of shit is
Yeah.
horrid looking.
He suffered with
And a lot of people forget that's like really what the subtext of Akira is. It's just like really, it's really dark stuff. And I think it's interesting that Kojima is attempting to go in that direction in a fucking PS1 game.
Hiroshima bomb.
But I mean, he started doing this stuff in the MSX games, like dropping little things like this. Not obviously not showing fucking documentary footage, but he started going in that direction. I think this is just him fucking like nutting up. I'm gonna fucking say it this time.
Yeah, I think that that's also important. Like that sort of footage and stuff like that is still really fresh to Japan. I mean, it still feels like it wasn't, terribly long ago, and
Yeah.
and
it really
then
wasn't,
watching
I
it
guess.
as like me as an American spoiled child watching this,
Yeah.
just being like, oh, like you know what I mean. But to someone in Japan, it means something totally different.
Well, it's also weird that like in Snake Eater, they both talk about how Boss and Naked Snake, I guess you would call him in that game, were both exposed to radiation. And like, as an American audience, like, you're like, oh, that's ridiculous. That's just like a movie thing. So no one gets exposed to like a nuclear fallout and it's fine. But as a Japanese person, you would, like, it's very believable that you would run into an older person who's like, yeah, I was there like the next day after the bombs went off. Like, people like fucking rode on trains through the the fallout. And so many, like, countless people were irradiated. Like, it was a real thing. Or like, we were hearing about one guy who was there for one bombing and then caught a train out of the city the next day. The trains were still running, I guess. And then happened to be fucking rode into town as the second bomb was being dropped. So he was irradiated twice.
Wow.
And he lived to be like 90-something years old.
Yeah.
That fucking leg of his.
I know.
It's also funny because usually it's like the female in action movies that twist
I
their
was
ankles.
thinking about that, like
Yeah.
how he's kind of bending gender roles here.
Yeah. Well, that also, slight spoiler, depending on the ending that you get for the game, I think they're really playing that up. That he's possible, like, he's almost like your fucking like runner-up prize for for like a companion / romantic interest.
I want you to hide somewhere and keep me informed. You know this place.
I want you to be my
Of
bitch.
course I do. And don't worry, I've got this.
God damn it.
I was like, why don't I get that? Why don't you give that to me?
Well, also, why was he
You
hiding?
fucking need it.
Why was he hiding in a fucking cabinet if he had stealth camo?
No, it's true. Why didn't? Yeah.
But I want Meryl to watch after you too.
Also, why isn't Snake like, just give me that fucking thing? Give me it.
Give me
Fucking
it.
give me that shit.
Meryl, the engineer's okay.
Meryl.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close.
There she is!
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
Meryl!
Ooh, did someone slap her?
Yeah.
Meryl.
Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What did she look
Look
like?
how fucked up the computers are. I always like that about
Just
this.
reboot him. You're good.
Yeah.
It's like while they're walking around, everything's really fucked up. And depending on like what area you spent fighting him, other areas are fucked up more than others.
This is kind of wiggled her behind.
Well, she's got
Man, this is plot heavy.
Well, you got a
Look
very
at that
cute
butt.
behind.
There's no way Otacon's interested in girls' asses.
she's just
Well, not unless they're made out of plastic,
Right.
when she's
you know,
alone, huh?
or a cartoon.
Or on his giant pillow he sleeps with.
Sure, she's by herself.
That's gross.
Don't be so.
Oh, you mean like those anime like body pillows?
exactly.
Fucking he probably has like 5 of those.
That's such a gross imagery.
Security card. It's security level 4.
So much police knots.
You can go back to that spot now on the next
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
He's like patting him on the shoulder.
Finally, all of a sudden.
Even Otacon is like weirded out by
Hey,
that.
hey, why are you touching me?
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
That's great to know. Thanks, Snake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Back away like a ninja.
I'll catch you later, alright? Turn invisible, run.
Japanimation. Remember what it was called? Japanime?
Man.
Japan was the
Japanime.
first country to successfully make bipedal robots. There's still the
These are actual cutscenes from Police Knots. But I hear that in the Twin Snakes version, this is all replaced by Zone of the Enders, I think.
I didn't
What? Really?
nuclear weapon.
I don't know. I guess they felt like not enough people would know what Police Knots is.
They don't have to.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose. I guess because it's in this game, it's supposed to be like a little Easter egg.
Yeah, but even so, it's explaining it pretty well. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not getting the point.
Well, it's assuming that this is a Japanese audience and they've actually played Police Knots. Whereas in the Twin Snakes one, they assumed that people had played Zone of the Enders. I'm just saying that's what they're probably going
Oh,
for.
it's kind of weird. Yeah. It's always cool and all, but
Weapons of mass destruction were
I don't
created
know.
by science.
Because it was in here, I was like, what is Police Knots?
That's
Yeah.
over now.
Seeing the poster on the wall and all that.
Murder anymore.
Whatever.
Classic. That is like
He's like making it personal.
You said a
like,
bunch of
oh.
words to me, I don't give a shit.
that really sums up Snake to me. Is that just whatever? It's one information. But then again, like when like fucking Sniper Wolf is talking about her backstory, he's like, "Go on,
Yeah, no.
I'm listening. I'm here for you, girl."
Frequency
I'm here for you, girl.
See you later.
Ooh, you got his number.
No. I'm gonna call that bitch up later.
Give him
Send him some smiley faces.
give that bitch a booty call.
It's in emojis. There's that help.
All right,
That health
I got my
bar.
health.
And you're welcome, everyone, because that was for many of us the highlight of the game. We're going to continue this in next episode. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you later.